What do we got here? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how you doing? If you haven't noticed, I'm sporting some new gear here. The jerseys just came in and I'm absolutely loving them. Absolutely loving these jerseys for the Legion. Can't wait to show more of them in the actual videos. What you're going to see today is my first trip out for the CCA Pickerel Championship. Now I say Pickerel Championship, but honestly this year there's a lot more to it. There are divisions for title and non-title, crappie, yellow perch, white perch, bass, and different breakdowns between kayak, shore. I'll leave a link in the description, check it out. You still have plenty of time to enter, and this runs through the end of February, so it'll keep you busy through the winter too. With that being said, this is my first trip out. I'll break down the gear and more once we get to the actual video, and give you a summary of the day when we're all done. If you missed last week's video, quick shout out to that, go check it out. It was a great day of blue cat fishing down in Virginia, but for now, let's get to today's video.
First fish of the day. I think it's going to be a small bass. What do we got here? Oh my God! Is that a crappie or is that a crappie? Folks, I've been throwing non-stop with the minnows and haven't gotten anything. God, this is a monstrous crappie. As soon as I put on this little gulp minnow, as soon as this thing hit the water, this absolute slab crushed it. And I do mean a slab. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that's a crappie. All right, let me get my stuff ready so I can take these pictures. And the thing that never ceases to amaze me about this place right here is not only like the length of the crappie that you have here, it's the width of their shoulders. Like the forage base here is just insane, just absolutely insane. It's one reason I love this place is the forage base. It produces such thick, healthy fish. But here, I'll try to get you a shot of those shoulders. Look at those shoulders. Can you see that? Look at those shoulders. Just, whew, wow. All right, let me calm down and get situated here. I cannot believe how fast that float dropped. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's lay you down for a minute there, Mr. Slab. Get my sour candy out of the way. CCA 11 for the CCA tournament. I'm gonna guess and say she's at least 13. I mean, it's a really nice crappie. Really nice. Let's see what we got here. She comes in at 13 3/4. What an absolute slab. Check the photo. Yep, looks good. All right, you know what that means. It's time to get back to it. We need some more of those. Let's keep that action going. Now, if she was 1 inch bigger, I wouldn't keep her because we really do have to take good care of the stock. If she had crossed into 14 inches, I probably wouldn't keep her, but as is, she's just under 14. Excellent shoulders, gonna make some excellent fillets for my family. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this one. Whew. Let me get a pick. Let me get a pick. So like I was saying before, I've been throwing minnows, and they aren't giant minnows, probably, you know, small to medium-sized minnows, up to about maybe 4 inches at the very most. Most of them are smaller than that. But I've been throwing those minnows, and I've had luck here on them before. Crappie, snakehead, pickerel, bass, everything. Haven't got anything on minnows yet today. Really surprising me. Really surprising me. So what I went ahead and did was I picked up what I think is about an 1/8, at lightest, probably about a 16-ounce jig head. Okay. On that is a 1 inch gulp minnow in chartreuse and white. And I got that about 18 inches. Another fish just jumped. Got that about 18 inches or so beneath my float. And man, I'm telling you, I put this thing right behind the point over here of these pads. As soon as it hit the water, that float just shot down. So, I mean, there are some times where even really big crappie, like that last one I just caught, they don't seem to want large bait. Don't know why. Don't know what the deal is. But sometimes smaller is better. Sometimes I catch them non-stop on the big minnows, but sometimes you have to go smaller if you want to get those bites. And thus far, I'm going to call that a prime example of that particular lesson. Down, and I'm pretty sure I saw bubbles. Yep, there we go. Coming right at me. Coming right at me. Pretty sure it's a snake. Oh yeah, his head shakes, no doubt about it. Oh yeah. Yes. Heck yeah, first snake of the day. Nice. It makes sense. The water's finally getting warm enough for them to be moving around. Come here, you rascal. Come here, you rascal. Oh yeah. Decent fish too. Not gargantuan, but definitely a good fish. Heck yeah. Whew. Now, I think at this point we're about 1 week out from Thanksgiving, folks. And when it comes to be this time of year, it's when I start really looking at stocking up my fridge and, well, my freezer more accurately for, you know, for the winter when the fishing really gets tough. Well, that's what this guy right here is gonna go towards. And man, that's a good eater size fish. That is a really good eater size fish. That thing hit it with a vengeance too. And that float shot down. Nice fish. There she is. God, fish are beautiful. Thank you for your sacrifice, gorgeous. You will go to help me feed my family. Now, in that particular instance, I'm actually using a 1/0 octopus hook. Not a full circle. It is gamakatsu, but it's not a full circle. It is a 1/0 octopus hook. Now, on the other line, which I haven't had a hit on yet, I have the full circle hook on. And I think that'll really help me out with the hookup ratio. Although the octopus did great on this one. It's just that ever since I switched to using the full circles, like I hardly ever miss fish on those things. I mean, they're just great hooks, especially for snakehead. Oh, oh. Now what I'm gonna do, reposition a couple of my lines and get back to it. All right, bass on. Got me in the middle of snack time. Nice bass. I mean, not a monster, but a solid bass. Probably somewhere in the 2-pound range. Nice fish. And that is on a MEP spinner that has 2 of the hooks bent in so far they can't actually hook anything, because that's one of the stipulations of the CCA tournament for the pickerel. Let's get a measurement on her, because we're going to get her checked into this tournament as well. Little beauty. Let me smell you. Oh yeah, that's largemouth. God, I love the smell of a bass. And she will come in right at 16 1/4, almost 16 1/2. All right, beauty. And the MEP snag's another one. Looking for that pickerel. All right, gorgeous. Thank you. Whenever you're ready. You can do it. There you go. There you go. Good job. All right. John, feels good. Oh yeah, feels like a good snake. What is that? Don't be a catfish. I swear to God, don't be a catfish. I'm gonna be so pissed off as a catfish. I bet it's a catfish. It's fighting like a catfish. God, God. It is a son of a catfish.
I am a little disappointed.
I need that GoPro footage.
This stupid.
Cambo has a meltdown on a chick.
For real. God. Yeah, it's some like, I don't know, probably like 24, 25-inch channel cat. All right, channel cat.
What are you doing? That's how I roll.
So that darn catfish ended up being the last fish I caught out there that day. I caught a few more bass and other fish off camera, but I showed you really the highlights of the day for certain. And next week, keep an eye out. What I should have for you is when I finally get into the pickerel that I need for this tournament. And not just that, got them on top water too. So keep an eye out for that video next week. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a good one.